Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So we haven't done an intro like this for a little while. Emily's in the house at the moment cooking dinner because my mum and dad are coming. And then she's going to pop down and help me get an exhaust on the BSA. Hopefully we can get that ready for the DGR. There's some work to do there. I've done a few bits on Freddie's bike off camera just to tick things along, remedial little tasks. But then we're going to get on with getting the chain on, chain guard, a few other bits. And yeah, see how far we can get. I've also got to service the tank and get a new fuel filter in there. One little update, so I have actually updated the board over here. So you can see we were at 13 hours to get the engine sorted with all the investigations, and that's tied into the other parts of the bike I was looking at as well. And we're at 52 hours total in the last 5 to 6 months. So quite an extensive job, but I think when we unveil it at the DGR, it's going to be well worth it.
BSA Exhaust time. What are we doing?
Well, people have seen the footage of my failure.
Oh, from the DGR last year?
Last year.
Yeah.
And I was making, well I am making that exhaust that's hanging up there.
Yeah.
But we had a committee meeting, is that what you call it?
A discussion between me and you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And decided I don't have enough time.
Yeah, no.
So what I did, this is the pipe that didn't fit and was only going into the cylinder head by about 8mm, that I have now very badly welded in an extension, which is the upgraded size pipe, thicker wall, that now fits the cylinder head.
Is this what we welded a few videos ago when we included some welding?
No, that was that one.
Oh, that was that one.
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you, sorry.
So I did this one ad hoc to try and get us something, because I'm happy to go on the scrambler to the DGR.
Oh, you are full of it. Such lies.
But somebody else says we have to go on the BSA.
Now, somebody had messaged in asking what colour your bike was, and I assume they meant this one, given that the Scrambler's not in the workshop and not been in the pictures.
Or they asking what colour Freddie's is.
Freddie's is black.
It's what kind of black? Because there's been some discussions in the last video when I said to you people would be impressed that you knew it was a T100.
I see.
Everybody says, no, it's an SE. It's not an SE.
Oh, okay.
Freddie's is a base model T100 with cast wheels.
Right.
My Scrambler started out life as an SE, which is white. Freddie's is jet black. And mine is phantom black, I think they called it.
I see. Oh, sorry, I've detracted them from the BSA because I did think they mentioned the BSA, given that in my head this was a colour because it's orange and black is not a colour.
This is going to be close.
It is going to be close. I'm considering how close this is now going to be to my leg.
It's always been here.
Moving it. Yeah, but I'm watching you bring it this way.
But if anything, it's further away from your leg, because it was never this close to the suspension before. So I'm being nice to you. There we go. Spring washer. Normal washer. I'm hoping in either this video or the next video, this could be the big startups video, couldn't it?
Oh, is it going to be like Weems's kickstarts and start first time?
I'll tell another one.
Do you remember when we went to his workshop and he showed you all of his ones?
No. I just remember getting there and him saying, all my bikes start first time, and then we kicked him like 10 times off camera before. That disparaging of a reputation.
You can't lie to save your life.
I can't.
You'd be a rubbish poker player.
Yeah. And Williams is good. Not only is he good, He's very humble about it. He doesn't even rub it in. I couldn't do that. If I was as good as him, I'd tell everybody. I am the best, and yes, I know it.
I don't think you would. I think you would be like that. I think the reality would be different.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Look at that.
Let's look at the drip tray under there that's catching all the oil. It keeps leaking.
No, it's not leaking. That's because the sump plug is out. Not because it's leaking.
This bike always leaks.
No, it doesn't.
It does always leak. We used to have a rabbit, and you could always tell whenever he'd been round and under this bike because he would have an oil stripe that usually went over his ears and down his back.
No, he didn't. There's no. No, he didn't. It fits the sun right now. God, that welding is awful. I apologise to anybody that looks at this bike on the day.
No, you might have time to fix it before we go if we've finished everything
I'm not taking this back off now before the DGR. It's got an exhaust back on it, look. You can even see these here.
There is dents in it there, I can see them. I don't know if people on the camera can see them because it's quite shiny.
They're combination dents, they are. Some are from the DGR last year, and a couple of them are actually from when I was at the side of the road 2 days before our wedding, when the exhaust fell out.
I see.
So the exhaust fell out in 2016, and then I did nothing about it. And then I was really surprised
when it didn't work
8 years later.
You took this bike out once.
Don't do it.
You know what story's coming, don't you? And this bike can be quite loud when it's going, and Joe can be a little obnoxious, and he took great pleasure in overtaking a load of cars and revving his engine on the way to into Birmingham one day. And just as he'd overtaken all of these cars, he ran out of fuel and had to sit at the side of the road and then push this bike 5 miles?
Nah, we're not far. No.
No,
2
that's
miles.
too far. 2 miles uphill to the nearest Asda, wearing all of his stuff.
With all them cars coming past me.
With all the cars then driving past him, peeping at him after he was had his obnoxious moment. But now, can we also answer, save going individually through the comments? Some people have asked about the wheel. Front tyre being the wrong way. Is that something we can address now, or am I asking the wrong kind of question?
So, if we look on the back wheel, down here. So what they're saying is, see how the V of the tread pattern
yeah.
is pointing this way?
Mm-hmm.
And let me get this right. So anything, this one looks like it's wrong. Because as the tyre hits the ground, you would expect it to start dispersing the water outwards towards here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want your contact patch in the centre to have no water underneath it when it hits the tarmac.
Right.
And the tyre is rotating this way. Yeah?
Yeah.
So as...
I think I'm following you. So this bit's going to hit the tarmac first and then the water's going to run out.
Yeah. I often get this mixed up. Either way, let's answer the question first because that's simple. There's an arrow here, look.
Oh, right.
That tells you the direction of the tyre.
Right.
So it is designed so it's like one of them Chinese puzzles. Yeah, so if you look, as you're hitting the ground with the tyre, what it's doing, it would be dispersing the water
out,
in front of you.
Okay.
And you'd expect it to do it
behind you.
Don't ask me why they do that. I'm not very good with tyres, honestly I don't know it that well. So I'm not going to profess to talk about something I don't know.
No, although
But the rotation is correct. The arrow is there.
You did make me watch a video one day on how tyres were made, because when I was learning to ride the Mutt, I was a bit scared of, I mean I still am a bit scared sometimes, depending on the weather, of leaning, because I'm just scared that the tyre will slip slide off.
And you can see there's a distinct difference. It's opposite on this one. Yeah?
Oh yeah, okay,
but
yeah.
There's an arrow here.
Ah, to say that the tyre goes that way. Rotation, yeah.
So the front tyre and the back tyre are correct. It's just
so if that one's splashing the water this way and this one's splashing the water this way, is the water being splashed then centrally under the bike?
In effect, yeah. But it'll be outwards anyway, I say.
Oh.
But I mean, what tyres are they? These are Road Classics. Is it Road Classic on the back?
Michelin.
Yeah, what's it? A Michelin.
Oh, I didn't know they were a thing. Michelin. Yeah, a Road Classic.
Yeah, so they're match tyres. So
yeah, they are a different way round, but yeah, okay.
Tyre is correct.
Tyre is correct.
Are you going to tell me off now?
Tell you off?
Yeah.
Why? Because you've done things that we haven't filmed?
Yeah.
Like these sneaky things, like these lights that are going to happen here. And then how we did have to just put it on the floor because there was a sneaky wire that had to get past under there as well, which I don't know where that went then.
Stop now. And there we are. I'm really pleased with how this is coming together now. We've got all the final drive in place. We've got the chain on. Obviously need to do the chain tension. New front sprocket cover or replacement with the original factory bolts. It's all coming together really, really nice. Got the front wheel in as well now. But I have just found another issue. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I hadn't yet inspected the brake calipers. Obviously we'd seen how bad the brake pads were, how scored the discs were. The rear caliper, I've cleaned that up. It's got the new pads in place now. That is ready to go on the bike and I'm happy with that. Then we come on to the front caliper. I was cleaning this up and I noticed on the pistons there's quite a bit of corrosion, and this sits right around where the seal is in the bore. So it's just, you know, I've done my absolute best to clean these up and they are just beyond it. So I did have a think and I thought, in the garage I had a Honda caliper, which is basically the same casting or thereabouts, virtually the same caliper. So this is a completely dead body, there's a load of corrosion there. But I dropped these pistons out of that caliper and they are significantly better, and if it was my bike I probably would have been tempted to try them. However, if they do leak or go down the road and then leak at a later date, I just can't have that when it's going on somebody else's bike. So as a result, we have stainless steel piston rebuild kit from TRK to go in. So that'll be the subject of the next video. We'll be getting this caliper rebuilt, the rear caliper on the bike, bleed them all through, and that'll be the brakes finished and most of the bike finished. And then hopefully we can hit the start button, see how it sounds. Obviously we'll get the exhaust on as well. So there's very important things that I was supposed to remember that I can't remember. So Emily's taken a break from cooking. Hence the pinny.
Yes, I am cooking. I'm cooking a fish pie and I'm cooking lamb shanks for dinner, just to let you all know. Yes, the things that I wanted Joe to remember is thank you to, first and foremost, thank you to everyone that's bought stickers. I have posted all the ones I have addresses for, so please check your emails, because I have reached out to those of you that I haven't got a shipping address for, and then if you could just let me know, and then they'll be in the post to you. And please, those of you that have got stickers, we do have an Instagram page. If you've got Instagram as well, we would, yes, Joe is going to make it come up on the screen, that's Joe's job. We would love for you to tag us, send us photos of where you've chosen to put your stickers.
Or if they see one.
Or if you see one, yeah, out and about, that'd be absolutely awesome. Because we are handing them out. Like, there is some at Staffordshire Triumph and there is some at the Bike Shed Cafe in London. So, and we have stuck some out when we've been places as well. So if you see one or you're sticking yours somewhere, tag us, follow us on Instagram. So I think that'd be really cool to be able to see what you've all done with them. We have been a bit sporadic this week as the bike is getting closer to being finished. It is taking more of a priority over us answering messages and things. We are doing it, we are getting around to it, but it is more sporadic than usual. So please, if you have messaged us, whatever platform you've messaged us on, keep an eye out because we will be replying.
Yep. And check your spam.
Sporadic. Yes, check your spam because sometimes we do get shoved in the spam.
I think we're nearly done.
I think we're nearly done as well.
But then there's loads left to do as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's it for this one.
Yes, and we will
see you in the next
with
one.
you all next week. Yeah.